Hi there, hi there, hi there, hi there. This is Prophet Pastor Ran. I greet you. I greet you in the name of Jesus. It's Prophet Pastor Ran. I'm coming to you again with a prophetic message that will change your life. I told you I'm a modern day prophet. A modern day prophet that has the eye of the scorpion. The eye of the scorpion that sees the invisible, that things that are happening in dark places. I'm the only man of God, the only prophet with the eye of the scorpion. I prophesied Brexit. It happened exactly as I prophesied. I prophesied the COVID-19 where it was coming from. It happened exactly as I prophesied. Let me tell you something. I prophesied what is happening in the UK. I prophesied the US, what is happening in the US. I'm going to share this prophecy today. This message today is particularly to the US. What is going on? What is going on in the United States of America? What is happening? Something is happening. There's something happening. In the cosmos, something is happening in the United States of America. Light and darkness, they're clashing in the United States of America. There's something happening. I'm telling you. And what is happening is dangerous. Everybody you need to watch this, share this, because I'm going to show you content. I'm going to share you prophecies from the realm of God, things that I'm seeing happening in the United States of America. You know, people write to me and say, man of God, you prophesied, you said this about the election. I'm going to show you what happened. When I prophesied about Trump was going to win. And we're looking at the election now, it's looking different from what I prophesied. What happened? When I see things from the realm of God and I look on the earth, it becomes different. I know something has happened. The Bible says there was a prophet that prayed and God gave the blessing to that prophet. But an angel, the prince of Persia, held that blessing from Daniel. The Bible said for 21 days, Daniel was praying and fasting, asking God, what happened? Where is that blessing? God told Daniel, when you ask, the very first day you ask for it, I gave it to you. And God says the prince of Persia held it. So God responded to the prophecy, but there was a prince of Persia, a principality, held it for 21 days. And he said, I sent Michael to go and wrestle with him. To wrestle with that prince of Persia. Who is the prince of Persia? He said principalities. The Bible says we don't wrestle against flesh and blood. We wrestle against principalities, powers, spiritual of wickedness. And when that thing was exposed, I'm going to expose what's happening in the United States of America. There's a massive dark agent of destruction and wickedness in the United States of America, which is even greater than that prince of Persia. Because in the realm of the spirit, Trump already won. In the realm of the spirit, Trump won. I saw it very clearly. No matter, that's why he's going to the court. Now I'm speaking, it's in the court. It's going to go to the Supreme Court. The cases are in the court. In many states, more than 5 different states, even 6. Massive fraud like never before. Massive fraud. I'm talking about a kind of fraud that nobody has ever seen. It's happened in the United States of America. But Trump won. I told you he was going to win on the 3rd. Let me tell you something. The United States Constitution says election must be counted. The results, final casting of votes must happen on that day. On the 3rd of November. But when you see now we are on the 5th of November, 6th of November, we can even go to the next day, 2021. You will not know who people will still be voting. Ballots will still be running up and down. People will still be carrying ballots. I've got the videos. I will show you the videos. I've got the videos. The eye of the scorpion. Things I saw in the spirit, and the Lord will show me. Take that video. Take that. That's a video. Show. The Lord will show me. I'm going to show you how this all works. I warned about in my video. I said the only way. I said it. I said the only way that Biden can win is if he rigs the election, if he cheats. I said that's the only way. There's no other direction that can. That's why up till now, CNN, all the people they're afraid to say what is the final result because they don't know what it is. They don't know what the end result is going to happen. The only way is if they cheat. And these people that are destroying the United States of America. Let me tell you something. I want to talk to the church. The church needs to wake up and arise. And I think the church in the US is sleeping. This is not about Donald Trump. This has nothing to do with Donald Trump. Absolutely nothing. Donald Trump is a wealthy man. He's billions of dollars. He doesn't need to be president. His children are worth billions of dollars. They don't need to be president. This is because Donald Trump is raising up Jesus Christ. He's raising up the pastors. He's raising up his Bible. He's raising up the church. And when the church is lifted up, Satan is being offended. This is an attack against every pastor in America, every Christian, every believer, any person. Remember when Barack Obama took power, the first thing he did was he arrested pastors and locked them up. Even the pastor Jeremiah Wright that wedded Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, Barack Obama sent FBI to investigate him to close the church. Barack Obama, one of the most evil person. I'm telling you, you hear what you've never heard from. Talk about deep prophecy. Some of you need to I'll talk to my son. Can you see them? To see around to share 20, make sure share 20. Share 20 to get anointed bits or send anointed bits is very powerful. Those of you in the US, make sure you get anointed because I see killings are coming, shootings are coming, wild shootings. Principalities have been provoked. There is a dark force happening. You hear that people are just driving and shooting at random. People will be dying. It's crazy what is coming to the United States of America. Get anointed bits to be protected. Get it for your family member. Before I'm telling you, we're moving to December. There's a bloodshed that's in the United States like never before. The temperature has risen. That means they have provoked something in the people because of this cheating. I warned about mail-in voting. There's a video about mail-in voting where I said, Professor, I see Trump winning, but except this mail-in voting that I see. If they don't look at this mail-in voting thing, what is mail-in voting? Somebody carry boxes of letters or ballots inside big boxes and they say, yeah, I got the boxes from this my neighborhood and these people voted. Here's a box. That's what mail-in voting is. Now, where does this thing start? I'm looking at the endoscope and let me tell you, I've tried to look if this video is going to be short, but I don't think it's going to be short. It's going to be a very long video. The stage is being set for the Antichrist. You should listen carefully what I'm talking about. The stage is they're preparing the platform for the Antichrist, and Donald Trump saw it. Many men of God saw it, and I saw it already. This is what I'm talking about. We talk about the stage being set for the Antichrist. This is what is happening. If you notice, they talk about the first thing about this COVID-19. They say if you don't wear mask, if you don't get vaccine, you don't go, you will not get, you'll be turned away from, nobody will buy and sell from. That vaccine is an identification. They're trying to use that vaccine to now carry on the mark of the beast. To say it's because of COVID-19. It's not because of COVID-19. And the vaccine, not because of vaccine. The vaccine is the mark of the beast to identify everybody and to be able to trace you. There's something called nanotechnology. In nanotechnology is to put little tiny particles like robots inside your bloodstream. And those robots, they can identify who you are, where you come from, where you were born, all those things, where you go. They can identify everything. And all of this is linked to 5G. Because 5G helps to fasten that process. And you can hear that the vaccine, I was saying that the vaccine is being invented here is being produced here in Port Elizabeth in South Africa. They've produced that vaccine and they want to first start in Africa. Why they want to start in Africa? You know, because they know people are going to die. I wonder about this mail-in ballot. I said that's the only way. Joe Biden has not. He's illegitimate as a president. I'm telling you, you listen to me. He's illegitimate as a president. The Bible talks something about the Philistines. The Bible says one time the Ark of the Covenant fell down. The Philistines came to carry the Ark of the Covenant. When they touched the Ark of the Covenant, the Bible said they died. But when the children of God came and carried the Ark of the Covenant, they won. But when the Philistines came to touch the Ark, they saw that they were killed, slaughtered. It means if you try to take a position that God has not given to you, if you try to sit on a chair that God has not given to you, if you try to take something that you are not anointed for you to do, that thing will kill you. It's poison. It's dangerous. So Joe Biden is playing with something very dangerous. The angels now are seeing the US that are provoked. The angels are provoked. This whole thing, where did it start? I'm talking about the eye of the scorpion. I see. Listen, I'm not an American citizen. I'm not in the United States of America. But I'm telling you why this is important. It's very important. This is important. Because this is an attack on the church, and when it starts there, it's going to spread. You see pastors all over the world be arrested. What they are trying to do is they want to break down the systems of freedom so that you don't speak. I see. This thing started in Davos. When Trump won, he went to Davos. They showed him the plan of the Antichrist. They told him this is a plan. We want to dominate the world. We want a center system, one world government system. One world government. That's what it says. They didn't want it. And Trump saw the plan. They presented the plan to him, including the Pope and everybody. They saw that plan. That's we want to govern the world. And when he went to Davos, he saw those leaders. He told them, no, I'm not going to accept that. I didn't come here for you to come and show me how you want to govern the world. I came here because I love my country. That's where Trump started saying, If you hear the first word he used about America first, he started there in that Davos. He says, I'm going to put America first. I'm not going to stand there and begin to say, I want to govern the world. I don't want to govern the world. I want to be president of my country. That thing that he did triggered, he provoked the wicked angel, the angel of darkness. And the angel of darkness from that moment is running up and down. I see people that those who are watching share. Make sure you share on Facebook, Twitter. The angel of darkness was provoked, stirred up and provoked. He said from that time he's determined to remove them. Let me tell you, they don't hate Donald Trump. From that moment that he refused, I don't want this one world government system. I don't want the Antichrist system. I want to govern my country. They said they're going to make sure they remove him because he doesn't want to fall into the Antichrist system. One world governance in the Bible says before the Antichrist comes, there will be one world system where there will be like one leader of the world, and nobody must change that role. Joe Biden is falling part of that system. He's one of the most evil people. I'm looking at the spiritual, the dark realm. Barack Obama, Joe Biden, those people, the most evil, wicked people. These are people that carry Satan inside of their heart. Barack Obama came to South Africa. At the time when Barack Obama came to South Africa, Nelson Mandela was seriously sick. And the government had given an instruction that no personality, political or president, should visit him at this time because he's too sick. He needs to recover. The government passed the instruction. It was in the news everywhere. Somehow Barack Obama still left America, came to Johannesburg looking for Nelson Mandela. He wants to take a picture, a photo of Nelson Mandela. And in that photo, you could see Nelson Mandela was unhappy. They took him out of the hospital bed. Put him in the house. They said, sit here, you must take a photo of Barack Obama because Barack Obama won't say. Just because you want to take a photo and put in the newspaper in the United States. And they took the old man that was sick, Nelson Mandela that was sick, put Nelson Mandela. You could see in that picture that he was so uncomfortable. And when I saw that picture, I said, this man is so evil. That even when he see an old man that is resting, he wants to take that photo, to put the photo. It's all about to show his image that he is a person that loves Nelson Mandela. I have the scorpion. The prophet, I'm going to tell you something. Some of you need to search and see. Barack Obama. That's what he did. So wicked. One of my friends, Sean, Barack Obama sent letters that he was looking for young Africans to come to America, that he would tell them he is going to train them, show them how to be leaders, whatever. Barack Obama. They went to the United States. Barack Obama did not even talk to them. They were in a hotel. After the hotel, they took them to go and stand in some background, begin to clap. Barack Obama stood up, he was waving, talking about he's going to do this, inspire hope for Africa. He did not do anything. He did nothing. They gave them some cards that you could print even here in Cape Town. You could print like cards in Cape Town. Anywhere you can print it. You saw Barack Obama. It was signed by a computer. That's Barack Obama. They gave them the card. Go back to your country. That you've been trained by Barack Obama. Barack Obama never trained them. He said nothing to them. Did not inspire them. Did not do anything. Said nothing. Only because he wanted that photo. Barack Obama. So evil that this guy, he sent. I'm talking about an evil person. He said before he helps any African country, the African country must accept homosexuality, homosexual marriages in the country. When Uganda refused and not accepting homosexual marriage, Barack Obama said, I'm not going to give you a cent. He tormented them, withheld money from them, blocked the people from traveling. Uganda is suffering from that time to today. When he came to Zimbabwe, he told Zimbabwe, if you don't accept homosexual marriage in your country, Zimbabwe said, we don't have nothing to do with homosexual marriage. He blocked Zimbabwe, make farmers not to sell, destroy that country completely. He went to Libya, did the same to Libya. The Gaddafi told him, I will never accept that thing in my country. He told Gaddafi, will remove you. He sent soldiers to remove Gaddafi. From that time to today, Libya has never healed. The whole of that Mediterranean region has been destroyed because of Barack Obama. He started war in Egypt. He started war. If it was not Trump that came to restore Egypt, they were fighting war in Egypt. He started war in Syria because he wanted to remove the president of Syria. The whole thing you talk about ISIS, and so those things were created by Barack Obama. He created the whole ISIS situation that you're finding in Syria and this thing. And all of doing that, took the money, gave it to Iran. And at the same time doing that, telling Israel to retreat. So this thing is about God. And Americans need to get up and wake up. I'm from Africa. I'm telling you, Barack Obama is the most evil person to ever listen to. Joe Biden, he works with Barack Obama. The two of them, the very wicked people. They made sure they go all to the social media houses, all those things. I'll show you videos. I'll show you. Videos. Where you see how they start fighting the pastors. I'll show you the photo when I try to post videos on Facebook and Twitter. How Facebook and Twitter, they start to block my videos so I shouldn't post the videos. They target the men of God. Oh, many men of God write to me also. They say they don't understand, they cannot post their videos. They cannot post videos on Facebook, they cannot post videos on Twitter. You can see the beginning of the Antichrist. When they refuse to post videos on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, when they refuse to do that, just know that's the beginning of the Antichrist. That's called the persecution of the church. Started by Joe Biden. And I saw from the November 3rd and so I couldn't post videos. I will show you some error message I received. Error message. Where I tried to post videos. People ask me what's happening, why you not post? I tried to post videos that says trouble loading. I couldn't just post on Facebook. On YouTube, similar things. I'm trying to post videos, I cannot post the videos. What is happening? The whole system is one-way government system, one-way governance. The one-way governance is not one-way governance because there is one-way governance because they want to destroy believers. As if you're a child of God, let me tell you something. You are sitting down like this, there's a danger coming, there's a battle coming, you need to get this anointed bit. There's a fight. There's a fight for the believers of God. Let me tell you, you need to get this anointed bit. Not win Davos. I've got videos. What happened in this election? This election was it's a mass rigging. I will show you. The Lord showed me, he says, these are rigging. Election that were rigged to the core. I have a video here of a video here. I will show you multiple videos. Just I told I got videos, multiple videos that has happened of rigging. And I will show you some of these videos. Of mass rigging. I see a video of some two men. Where these two men, they found them on the side of the road. These two people.
Ballots?
They say they're coming from the election office, but not from the election office. The two people standing on the side of the road.
How much? Wait, but how come
standing online, they're saying that they're from the election office, they're not from the election office. Carrying ballots. Those ballots are told they created ballots.
Are there a ton in there?
So, let me tell you what happened.
All right, are you collecting from a lot of places?
What is actually going on? I'm up to have the scope. What's going on? They told Trump they're going to remove him in Davos if he doesn't want to bow to that God. Trump refused, he's not going to bow to that God. Trump refused not bowing to Antichrist. I told you when Trump was running a program called The Apprentice, when he was having big things, Donald Trump had a nightclub. They were clapping for him. The only time they started attacking him is when he became a child of God. He said, now I'm born again. I'm not going to do those things again. They attacked that. They never attacked Donald Trump when he had a nightclub. When Donald Trump was going about promoting rappers, Donald Trump gave money to Hillary Clinton to campaign. The only attack, so the attack is not against Trump. Trump is nothing. Trump is just preventing them from attacking us. That's all he's doing, and they don't want it. They want it to get out of the way because he's so loud, he's talking. They want it to be quiet so they can persecute the believers. Let me tell you what happened. They tried the impeachment. They said the impeachment will not work. Then when I said no, the only way we're going to do, we're going to print a lot of ballots. Then we're going to use COVID-19. And we're going to ask China to release a virus to release COVID-19. When that virus is released, we're going to say because of that virus, we cannot vote. We need mail-in ballots. Now, what is mail-in ballot? Some of you don't understand what is mail-in ballot. Mail-in ballot is the most corrupt system that you can ever imagine. No other country does mail-in ballots like the US does. The mail-in ballot is that you have boxes sitting with ballots. You don't know who voted. And you must count it. And it can take you weeks, days to count. You know who is voting. You cannot verify it. So, in a normal democratic system, even here in South Africa, for you to vote, you must go and stand on the line and vote. But the US, they now say because of COVID, you must go and mail in ballots. So, people with mailing ballots coming in, you don't even know who mailed your ballot. You don't know what is happening. And when they use that system of mailing ballot, they're going to now, they will gauge on the, remember the Constitution says, the US Constitution says, on the 3rd of November, on the last 3rd of November, or that day, the result must be out. But then they will gauge to see where is Trump leading. Where is Donald Trump leading? When they see Donald Trump is leading here, they say, okay, now we know. That's why they were counting on the election night. They just stopped counting. I've never seen that before. They just stopped. When they saw Donald Trump was winning, they just stopped counting. When they were counting like 80%, they just stopped. They said, now it's remaining about 200,000 for him to win. Let's now go and bring those our mail-in ballots, those fraudulent ones. They took those those are mail-in ballots. They just printed for anybody. People that died, people that don't even exist, people that printed ballots for anyone. Printed ballots for people that were born in 1900. I have videos. I will show you the videos. You see, people that were 120 years old, people were printing mail-in ballots for them. People that died many years ago, they were voting in this election in the US. Imagine that. The US is a country that send people. They send people to space. They've got all the technology to fly human beings to space and come down like in a taxi. You tell me they cannot identify dead people. Everybody in the US has a number called Social Security number. Social is a lifetime number. Everybody has that number. If you put your fingerprint, you show your Social Security number. If you die, it knows you're dead. The people that died many years ago, they were voting in this 2020. People died more than 20 years ago, they were voting in 2020. Hundreds of thousands of people. And those mail-in ballots were coming from places they cannot even identify who voted. So they say when they say that Trump is winning by 150,000, they should stop counting. The governors of those states ask, stop counting. So I'm telling you prophetically, I'm saying. The moment they stopped counting, they went and brought all those fraudulent and added it and dumped it. And at the time they were doing it, they're telling the people, the observer, that no, go out, we don't want you people again, go on, leave. They chase them away. They were bringing those fake ballots. I have the videos. You see, I have the videos. I have the evidence. Show you the videos of the fraud. And when the people left, they forged it. When they got up the next morning, when they were supposed to now release a result, they now said, no, Trump was winning last night. Within the space of 2 hours, they said, no, Biden is the one winning because of the mail-in ballot that came. How do you explain that they brought almost 250,000 ballots? Among those mail-in ballots, there's not even one Trump vote, not even one. How do you explain that? That tells you it's mail-in ballot that they printed. There were Nancy Pelosi, all of them. Barack Obama, all of them were all. It's a whole thing. CNN. I'll show you. I'll show some videos you see. All those people, the most corrupt people. Now they took down those things. Now, so what they do is they stop counting the side that Trump is winning, and they kept counting the one that Biden is winning. Say Biden is winning. Even Arizona where Biden is winning, they say no, Biden is winning. Just keep pumping results on TV, on TV, to show us if Biden is winning, so that people should be clapping to build the momentum for Biden. When Biden is losing. He's losing in Arizona, losing in Pennsylvania, he's losing in Georgia, he's losing everywhere. So that's what happened. When they did that, they took that, they stole those votes away. Think of it. Instead of going to vote, what they did, they went and printed a lot of ballots and hid those ballots in their rooms, in the houses. As if ballots being hidden. The FBI must check, hidden in some houses, in some storerooms. And they were waiting for this night. Everything was planned. It was planned about 6 months ago. That's why I see Nancy Pelosi say, I'm confident. And I'm confident Joe Biden is going to win. I'm going to swear Joe Biden as a president in Congress. Why did Nancy Pelosi say that? She said that because the plan was already put in place. When Hillary Clinton told Joe Biden that Joe Biden, don't agree, don't even concede, because of
your show played this clip of Hillary Clinton. We'll play it for our audience, discuss it on the other side.
They have a couple of scenarios that they're looking toward. One is messing up absentee balloting so that they then get maybe a narrow advantage in the Electoral College on Election Day. Joe Biden should not concede under any circumstances, because I think this is going to drag out.
Election night, there's a day called election night. The 3rd of November, that's election night. There's a day you must declare what happened. On election night, they did not finish counting because we were bringing those ballots, looking for ballots to bring in. So that's it. I'm talking now like this. They don't know who is president, who won. They don't know. And we talk about this like 3 days after. They are not sure. The US has got one of the best computer system in the world, the best IT system in the world, the best system to count identification. Let me tell you something. You cannot forge. It's difficult to forge a US dollar. The computer that you put it, it's difficult to forge. But the ballots, things were being forged every day. The cameras everywhere in the US. The people were carrying boxes in the night, dragging the boxes. I'll show you what the evidence of ballots. Big card ballots. So they delay the counting, but they obviously know they're still counting. We don't know when they're going to stop counting. And they're counting and the ballots are coming in and they're still counting. And they're counting and cheating and cheating. And that's why some states, there are more people that voted than the people that registered. How can you have 2 million people that registered? You have 2.5 million people that voted. Does that even make sense? So you see this video about this man. He's stuffing, carrying a big, this is hundreds of thousands of ballots, stuffing inside to take it to the election center. After the election is over, after election is over, people have voted already. He's now having his own ballot sitting in some boxes that he's putting in there. And this ballot that I say was put here by a truck, by a car, was not put here. It's nobody voted here. And he's carrying the ballots. Taking the truck, and see the woman is asking her questions. He's taking them, putting them to go and make it. That's why he's wearing the cap to cover his face. I see the man wearing a cap, covering his face. Covering his face.
Alright, and let me just ask you one thing. Where do you guys take? Is that in the
So I've got this other video.
Okay.
Show that video.
Thank you.
So that video I see here. You see some women that are driving inside the election center where they're voting with boxes. They're dragging boxes, stuff. You can see stuff, suitcases. You can actually see the way the suitcases they look square. They look square. So that tells you that like paper inside. These are not things. These are not that contains food or whatever. There's food. There's not food. They're paper. They're ballots inside. That's why it look like square. And it's so heavy to carry. You can see them. They're dragging them inside the election center. Big boxes to go and add. When they saw that Trump was winning, Donald Trump was winning, to go and add it so that Joe Biden should win. You can see them dragging. So they put them in cooler boxes. Put the ballot in cooler boxes as if. How can you carry a cooler box? Big. You see this one carry a big box until he's limping, cannot walk. A big suitcase. How do you carry a cooler box? Big cooler box. And nobody's asking them to search. Nobody searches them. Nobody asks them what is that. Nobody opens it. There's all the observers were chased away, and we're doing this in the night. I told the cameras everywhere in the US. Showed you, caught them. Caught them. You have this other video. Have them. I saw them. The Lord will show you. These are the videos. This other man that was coming out of his car in the night, passing through the back door of the vote counting center. Passing through, he dropped the car. He was paid to do that. He dropped the car, passed through the back door, took a trolley. You could see a trolley full of ballots. Because you cannot, to carry 200,000 ballots, it's a lot of things to carry. But he put the ballot inside a trolley, so you will not know what it is, but he put the ballot inside a trolley. Takes that ballot, you can see the man putting the ballot inside the trolley. Putting that ballot inside the trolley, you can see. He takes that ballot, that same ballot that he has put inside the trolley. You see the trolley, he's dragging the trolley to go inside the election center, dragging the trolley inside. And nobody's asking what is in that trolley. You can actually see what's in that trolley. The ballots. Stolen one. Stolen one. I have another video of one man counting. Opening each ballot. This is in the United States. This is not in Uganda. Opening every ballot. When he sees that it's Trump vote, he throws the ballot in the bin. If it's Joe Biden, he puts it on his table. He opens it when he sees it's Trump, he throws it in the bin. Throws the one that is Trump in the bin. But when it's Joe Biden, he puts it on his table. This don't happen in Nigeria. These are the people that come and lecture Africa about corruption. This Barack Obama came and said people were corrupt. You see another video. Another video have lots of them in the US. Just in one day, this is what happened. See somebody he's gone and stolen all the Trump's votes, put them in plastic bags, take them in the bush. Take those ballots in the bush. Those are people that voted for Donald Trump. And start to burn them.
Fuck Trump.
So there should be no trace. Light fire and burn the ballots. These are people that voted. How can you say this election? This is an election. This is a democracy. Burn the ballot of Donald Trump. And then he says, and then you can't just say this and this. You can say this as evil people. Evil people. I've got lots. It's just you retired with videos. I've got lots of videos, photos, things. This is one of the observers in Trump. These observers that's been interviewed here. Talking about, you must stand about 100 feet away from observing. To observe a ballot, you must look at the ballot, physically look at the ballot to observe it, to see if the person has signed, the name is there, everything is there, address, everything. But they say no, they must stand 100 meters away, 100 feet away. 100 feet far away. Then observe it far from 100 feet. You see, look, how do you see something 100 feet away?
Based on the counts,
hundreds of thousands of ballots.
125,000, maybe more.
Well, so that should be deducted.
But 123,000.
Those are ballots.
And those are all those ballots that are mail-in ballots. I professor about this mail-in ballots. I say will bring a problem.
I got you. So, okay.
There are many videos. A lot of issues. See this one about these two women. They're talking about people there that they are looking at them. These are the people that were, because for you to confirm a ballot, you must check the person's name, the date of birth, all of these things, the place of origin, where she was saying. You find multiple ballots, several numbers, she's saying.
So are they improperly filled out and you're looking to disqualify them?
She's some of the ballots, people that were born in 1900, 1901, more than 100 years ago, they were voting yesterday. Where do you see that?
So, but that's not on the ballot.
Born in 1900, they were voting yesterday.
What are you seeing? Are you seeing people's registration forms? So on the tables, you have the ballot, and you are able to.
So you see this? I heard a video about this man that was walking.
On a computer screen, whose ballot that is? Sometimes
Walking.
Tell us where you work.
I work in the Traverse City Post Office.
This is Pennsylvania, and the boss told him, he was saying the boss told him they must collect all the ballots that came after there's a cutoff line. Even anywhere in the world, there's a cutoff date to vote. If you don't vote on that date, it's over. But here in the US, they are voting till today. They're still voting. People are still submitting a ballot till today, and they're calling that is mail-in ballot. How can you submit mail-in ballot after the election is over? And he said the mail-in ballots were received, and because they wanted to trick the system, they told them to change the date of receipt. They must remove them and put a stamp and backdate it and say no, they received it yesterday, but they actually received it today.
If it were just a typical day, it would be quick.
Hundreds of thousands of ballots. This happening in the United States. It's a disgrace.
8 p.m. election day, November 3rd.
It's a disgrace. Why I say this thing is happening because they want to take over the church. They want to destroy the church. They want to destroy every fabric of Christianity in the United States. Every fabric of Jesus Christ. The United States has got something. It's got one nation under God. And again, it says in God we trust. But they want to remove all of those things and replace it with this Antichrist.
They were putting them into express bags to go to the distribution centers. In regards to a camper, there's a standard camper that all letter mail is supposed to go to, and they had a tub next to it.
To corruption.
Letting the ballots collected stay in too.
What made you come forward?
That's sketchy. Like sketchy and screams corruption. Also,
No.
the post office is leaning politically.
It's the video.
You seem quite right.
What's your message to
Yes,
other
see the video that's talking.
see things like this?
You're watching the video. They're coming to come and, I mean, this is powerful. How this is how they rig Donald Trump. This happened in the night when everybody was sleeping.
Of the new votes that were just reported
You can see this one is one coming from MSNBC. And this MSNBC is showing you how Trump was leading in Arizona. Leading in Arizona. After they counted all the first, second, third batch, all of a sudden they just stopped counting. When they saw that Trump was leading 43
yeah, so that is
thousand.
three buckets here. Yeah. The first bucket was the early. Biden won it by 10. The second bucket was the same day. Trump won it by 26. The third bucket, You're looking at the start of that. Now, this is not all of it. What we just got here again, about 75,000 votes. Remember, they said there's about 400,000 and change to come out of Maricopa County. So we got 75,000
Yes.
400,000.
So I'm looking at this video. I'm doing this corruption. You can see how they're showing how Trump was leading. This was before the night.
59% for Trump. It might change as more ballots are added into here. So let's see. But this at least establishes, I think, up front the possibility here that this third bucket of votes is a Trump-favorable bucket of votes.
You might say the third bucket of votes is for Trump. And when they saw that Trump was going to win, they stopped counting. And they was showing that Trump was going to get 59% of the vote after they count the third bucket of votes. You see all kinds of things. Now see, the Detroit Center, they're telling them to stop counting all those million ballots. All those ballots are coming after the election. The election is over. 2 days, 3 days after the election over, they're still counting votes. How do you, what kind of, they're protesting in the US. This sends a very bad message to Africa, and it's a hopeless situation for Africa. Because if something like this is happening in the United States of America, how come you stand in front of a dictator of people that have been those dictators in Africa and tell them that there must be free and fair election in the country? They will never agree, because you can see in the United States of America this is actually what is going on, and they're going to say, well, if this is going on in the United States of America, we can also do it. And those dictators, they know very well. They are taking notes. They are taking notes what is going on. And all over the world, you see corruption like this, and they're going to say, well, the United States was also corrupt.
Hey guys, it's Kay here.
The United States was also corrupt.
Something I want to show you all. Michigan.gov, Secretary of State website.
And if you go to the Michigan.org website, this is another video I saw of Michigan. It's Michigan election was contested.
Standard Time.
If you go to the Michigan.gov, Secretary of State, the website of the Michigan, the official website, is showing
Trump at 51.07% votes. 2,370,000.
This is the last of the refresh.
Shows Biden having 200,470. Mainstream media is going to lie to you all. How many years do we have to tell you all to turn off your TV
Trump is having
51%
of the vote. Biden has already 47. That's in Michigan. But somehow they say no. They twist the election. Say no. Biden won in Michigan, and now it's contested. And Trump was Donald Trump was going to court. Donald Trump wasn't allowed this to happen, because this sends a bad precedent. And if you look at what is happening now, is that the African countries are now saying to themselves that if this can happen in the United Nations, it means there's no other election in any African country that we can even say is free and fair. And they will say it's not possible to have a free and fair election. And they're going to use that to remain in power forever.
To the actual Michigan.gov Secretary of State websites, getting their information.
You go to the website where the vote is tallied, Trump is leading. You watch CNN, you watch all this CNN. Those are the most demonic people. They are agitators. They are liars. They are people that are paid to tell lies and to destroy nations.
Okay.
And you see things. I told you, Donald Trump won this election.
All right, my name's Juan Carl.
I'll show you an example. You see people that were born in 19. It's an example of one of video. This is a video I got you. They write the name of somebody that was born. This person was born in. He's typing this Brandy.
I'm on the Michigan voter.
He's checking this particular voter. The person that voted, William Bradley.
Was born in March.
And the person was born in March
of 1902.
1902.
Get the zip code.
1902. How many years is that? 118 years. He said that person is still alive.
207.
Voting today. It shows here. If he clicks on that search, what happened to that person? He puts the person's zip code.
All right.
The US.
So I'm checking.
You check
on the Michigan voter.
In the Michigan voting website, he's checking the people that were there to vote.
Born in March of 1902.
Born in March 1902. When he clicks on search the person,
our friend
you see the person on the 3rd of November. The election was, his vote was counted on the 3rd of November. He applied on the 9th of 11th of September. On the 19th of September, the ballot was sent. On the 2nd of October,
1902.
The ballot was accepted. How did the person that died, a person that's 118 years,
I wonder how
vote
many
yesterday?
Joe Biden has.
Day before yesterday. I have another video here of somebody that's also born. It's called Donna. This also in Michigan side. Donna Bridges was born in January 1901. he voted. This person 120 years, 190 voted on the 30th of September. He cast his ballot, he emailed his ballot. This is what's happened in the US.
Your show played this clip of Hillary Clinton.
I'll show you some of this clip. You see this clip, this video of Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton. After they make the plan, this is when the plan was made already.
They have a couple of scenarios that they're looking toward. One is messing up absentee balloting so that they then get maybe a narrow advantage in the Electoral College on Election Day. Joe Biden should not concede under any circumstances because I think this is going to drag out.
Yes, that's what that's the plan.
Eventually, I do believe he will win if we don't
drag
give
it out
an
and then
inch, and if we are
dump all those million ballots so that Joe Biden
relentless
the line.
as the other side
But he didn't
is.
win. I prophesied. My prophet is 100% correct.
So, John Highland.
So the problem is not with the prophet. The problem is with the people that are cheating. It has nothing to do with the prophetic. The prophetic is very clear. And you're not give the prophecy today. Let me give it today. I have some photos here. I'll show you some photos. Some photos here. And this man is writing. This man is called Calypso. Calypso Nilo is writing this in this. He says, I work for Greene County and I help count many ballots. You will be happy to know I accidentally dropped several Trump ballots into the trash can. He's writing here, claiming that he did it for the country. I did my part to help the people, to help Biden win. Calypso. This is so unfair. So in Wisconsin, in Wisconsin, there were 3.1 million people that registered. People that voted were 3.3 million, or about 3.3 million. So 200,000 extra people registered in Wisconsin. They don't know where they're coming from. 200 extra people voted. They don't know where they're coming from. In Wisconsin. I have another photo here. You can see percentage of people that registered versus people that vote. How can you have more people voting than they register? If you have a voters registered, you cannot vote more than you register. You have in Nevada 125%, meaning 25% more people voted than the people that registered. Where are they coming from? Those are the things that told those plans. Pennsylvania 109%. How can you have 109%? You have more than the registered people. In Minnesota, you cannot have more than 100 people vote percent. You can't have more than 100%. If you have a register, everybody that registered must vote. There's a cutoff date. If you don't register to vote, you are not there to register. How do you end up with 107%? In North Carolina, 106%. Wisconsin, 105%. Michigan, 105%. Arizona, 101%. You can have one. It's so difficult to have, if you have 100% of people that register to vote. It's very difficult because some people will not vote. I'm showing you evidence. I told you. You see. This person is writing. This one person writing. He says, I'm from Venezuela. This person from Venezuela, living in the United States. I'm also in Africa. See what is happening in Africa. That's the same thing. This is Venezuela, also from Africa, the same thing. He says, we had this same situation here. They will steal as many votes as they can. We need to fight. He says, we experienced the same with the Chavistas, this Chavez in Venezuela. Now we are witnessing the same fraud here in the United States. For example, in Venezuela, before Chavez, the election results were always the same day. Meaning on the same day, if you vote, they'll count it. There's a cutoff date you vote, the counting is done. Every ballot station. Before Chavez came, you count the election the same day. When Chavez got power, the Chavistas, that's the party, changed the same rules. Changed some rules, and now the results took days. And the days is to be manipulating. United States election doesn't take days, should not take days. They're computers. These are the United States most advanced country in the world technologically. You talk about an iPhone that was developed by United States technology. iPhone that can scan the retina in your eyes. Up to today, it's like 3 days. I don't know who won. This is putting the whole world, the whole Africa, everywhere, the church, everywhere. It's putting the whole system. It's not possible that they know who won, but they want to cheat. And that's why it's difficult for them to finally count it, because they don't know what to do. They don't know how to hide their tracks. There are cameras, videos, recorders, all kinds of things. In the US, if you go on the road and your car knocks somebody down, when they start investigating, they will show you camera from the day your car left your house, the time your car left your house, how you drove on the road, how you went, the helicopters, will show you cameras, how you hit that person. Every evidence will show you. But now they're talking about vote. They don't know where the ballots are. They say they cannot know who went where. Not possible. So when Chavista got, but they changed some rules, and now the rules book it says for time enough to fix many votes needed to win. Normally at the end of the night, the opposition party was winning for a lot, and suddenly in the middle of the night, thousands of votes of Chavez appeared. This is what dictators do in Africa, where you never know who won. Check the elections in all those countries: Burundi, Kenya, Uganda. Those countries. Go to Cameroon. Check the vote today. Elections. Maybe after 2 months, they don't know who won. In Tanzania, they even make a law that when you vote, you must not ever protest. It's very sad for the United States. Election fraud. You can see some people I have a photo of a screenshot, showing how they added, all of a sudden, Biden, that was 48% in the night. They moved some votes over from Trump to Biden, and Biden ended up with 49%. He left from 2.3 million, 2,359,000 to 2,389,000. Then Trump wasn't even growing. So for them to be the same, 39,000 votes in something happened in 1 hour. Just play with the computers, move 32,000 votes over to Biden. The 26,000 votes added just from one batch. It took the 26,000 votes added to Biden. The space of 1 hour. That tells you how deep. We need to pray. This video is going to be long, but I'm not going to be play. This is serious. This is not a game. This is not a game. I see lengthy, I see legal, but I see court cases like you never seen before. I see court cases. And there are many options that put in front of Donald Trump. Many options. This thing will drag on and drag on. Remember, this midterm election coming in 2022. I see court cases. I see Congress shaking, people shaking. This thing is far from over. I see lawyers. And I said that I said Donald Trump won the election fair and square. And I prophesy again, I say the only way Biden won was to cheat. That's the only way. He has got no other way. He's got no support, nothing. He's got no plan, he's got nothing to cheat. It's very sad because it's happening. If this was happening in a country like Colombia, we understand that maybe those countries are not advanced technologically. If it happens to something like Venezuela, we say, well, maybe computers don't work, system don't work, network. The United States of America, they've got 5G working, fiber, all kinds of things. The technology of the US is so advanced that when people from the United States travel out of the United States, it's like they're going to a village. They don't understand. They ask many questions, they cannot get answers. Because the world is so different from that point of view because of the technology, things, what computer, what TV channels. I've got hundreds, thousands of different TV channels in the country. In Africa, you have a few countries that have got even 20, 50 TV channels. In the US, they've got hundreds TV channels. Podcast stations, hundreds, thousands of podcasts. We don't even know what is podcast in Africa. Because that's technology, 5G. You make a podcast, sound, everything happens. I see uprising. People shooting guns. I don't know what's going on in the US. Some of you need to get your anointed bits. Subscribe, write to me, prophetpastor@gmail.com. Make sure you get your anointed bits. This is not a game. I see people that are shooting guns. Shooting guns. Because you can try and maybe say you polling, you can do media block people from media, but the moment you cheat their vote, you take their vote, go and burn their vote in the bush. Take their vote, throw them in the toilet. I've got the photos of ballots that were found in boxes that were standing in the bushes. Ballots. Where is that foot? Yes. Ballots. Where is that ballot? Thrown in the bush. You find people, observers that are there to representative of the people to observe the election. They chase them out of the election center, chase them, kick them out, block them, they must not enter. Ballots thrown inside bushes in the farms. When farmers come to dig the farm, they find ballot paper thrown inside the farms. You see the graphic, there's a graph that you see the graphic going like this. A graph that should be going straight. All of a sudden, within the space of 5 minutes or so, 10 minutes, the graph just went straight off for Biden. Biden having thousands, hundreds of thousands of votes. How can you count hundreds of thousands of votes in about 1 minute? See some ballots thrown in the ditch, in the bushes, boxes. These are ballots of people that sweated to vote. They take that ballot and throw it. It's not going to be. It's not going to just end. I'll show you this video of when these people try to post a video what they're writing. They say trouble loading. Cannot load a video. And they only did it because they know that what I'm going to say, they are not in favor. This is the map. You see this map? It's called a magic moment in Michigan when 138,000 Biden votes were found. They just want to drove all over nowhere 138,000 in the middle of the night. Just ballots, they came and fraudulent ballots. The early morning, 6 a.m. Between 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. Biden had 138,000 only for him, no one for Trump. I mean, when they were counted, they only counted by Biden, meaning only Biden. 138,000. How can 138,000 people only vote for one person? Coming from using probability, how can it be possible that you bring ballots, 138,000 ballots of people that voted, you counting, they all voted for one man, and it happened within a short space of time? Not possible. And they did that because they saw Trump was winning by about 128,000. So they brought that 138,000 so that they wipe off Trump's lead. That's what they did. I said they did. The night. Evidence here. It's sad. It's a sad day for the US. You need to pray for the US. All my sons and daughters in the US, people need to pray. You need to go to the mountain to pray. You need to pray. Pray for the US, for God to have mercy on that country, because it's going to be something like I've never seen before. I'm seeing an uprising. I see even the union, the United States is not a country, it's a union. That's what they call it, United States. There are states. Those states were different colonies, British colonies. They came together to form one union. It's like European Union. That's how the United States is. It can break apart easily. The states can decide, no, I don't want to be part of the union again. I want to go and do my own thing. I'm tired of this. And it will break apart. It will be very easy for them to do that. Because if one state starts to say that, no, it does end, I'm tired, we cannot be continuing with cheating and rigging and cheating and rigging. We're voting, you take a vote and dump the vote in the bush. It cannot continue. The moment, if the United States, it's very easy that those people that are in the United States, especially those are foreigners, people living in different countries, United States, people need to pray very seriously. Because it just takes one state to turn and say, no, I'm not no longer part of the union. I'm leaving the union. I've got this. I want to do my own thing. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I will not continue to be doing this. I'm going away with my people. That's how the United States started. There were many states that came together. The states can decide, no, we are going away. We are doing our own thing. And that will be the end. The United States will no longer be United States. And the plan of the enemy is to break that country apart. That's the plan, to weaken it. It will be very difficult to bring it back. It's like Europe now. You see, Britain left the European Union because they said they were tired of Europe. They're tired of fighting. They don't want it. They left. Italy now wants to leave the European Union because they said they're also tired of the European Union. Don't want it. They want the Italics. They call it Italics. You hear about Brexit. I prophesy about Brexit. I also spoke about Italics. Germany also, to get to your point, they also want to leave the European Union. They're also tired of the European Union. They don't want it. What is happening? So the last days, Trump is coming. Trump is victorious, and I say it again. He's victorious. He won the election fair and square. I mean, they not only they cheated, they lied, they manipulated media, they fraud. It's all sorts of things. It's a disgrace in the United States. And that's something that is happening in a country like that. We expect things like this from China. That's why China is there. We expect things like this from Czechoslovakia, those countries that have got no structure, not difficult countries in Africa, from Ghana, from Benin, Equatorial Guinea. We don't expect an election where people are stuffing boxes and code boxes and bags with ballots to drag inside the election center to count them. It just makes the whole thing looks it's a disgrace. And I think Joe Biden is entering this, who is like being used by Satan, is entering this thing, doesn't know what he's getting himself into. He's getting himself into a very difficult situation. Very difficult situation. He's already entered a disgraced person. He's so disgraced and so disgraced. Trump is not going to concede. So if Trump is like boxing. Even people that fight boxing match, after they fight the boxing match. The two boxers, when one person wins, the other one, they embrace him. They watch boxing. The moment one person wins in boxing, the other one concedes, okay, you've won. But in this election, Trump's not going to concede. Joe Biden is not going to concede. Because of those people that have decided to break down the whole system, the election system, especially of the highest election in the country. This is not an election for a mayor. This is an election for a division, an officer, or government. This is an election for the president of the country. If they erode that system, that's the end. That's the end of the United States. Meaning it will not be able to recover. This is more than the First and Second World War. What has happened in the United States, more than the First and Second War. The United States will not be able to recover from this. If this system, this thing continues, will never be able to recover. We end up with a split country, a country that is split into two. Because it is exhausting. Not only is it exhausting, it goes against every grain of anything that is ever written. It's even against the United States Constitution. The Constitution, everybody, it's against their own Constitution. The election integrity, election interference, where Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, they're interfering in the election, changing people, deleting people's account, blocking people from sharing messages, pastors from praying, people. Donald Trump posted a tweet, they delete the tweet, whatever he shares, they just make sure your message don't go out. If Joe Biden his son steals something, they publish a son of Joe Biden that is doing something, they delete that tweet, delete that tweet. Done by 3 people. Mark Zuckerberg, the Jack, and the other guy in Larry Page of Google. 3 people. Just got the one world government system. That's the Antichrist. You see what is happening? That's what they're doing. And Bill Gates is there, and they're now saying they want the country to be shut down. They want everybody to wear masks. Bill Gates, everybody wants to be vaccinated. All those people are working together. The Pope is saying, all of them. The Ayatollahs are saying they need money, they must give money. All those people are coming together to work together to be Antichrist, to create a whole system of government that's Antichrist. God bless you in the name of Jesus. I pray for you in the United States of America. I told this prophecy came to pass. I fast and concerned the prophecy came to pass because on the last day of the election, the 3rd of November, Donald Trump won. Just as I prophesied, as I was going to win. That's the day the election is supposed to end. You don't count election after 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, and you're finding votes that are coming, new votes. Pray for you. In the mighty name of Jesus. Donald Trump won. The prophecy has happened. Because I prophesied, I said that day is going to win. And if he doesn't win, it means they will cheat. And that's exactly what I said. And it's happened. Amen.